Hi everyone, it's Holly Marie King, and we are back with the Emblem Knight's final draft. We're on chapter 18, which is when things finally start picking up in the book and things start really getting good. Because this is when I really started changing the story. Also, I've been doing this at the end of all my videos. I'm going to do this at the beginning. If you like this, please subscribe and leave a like, because, you know, it's helpful. Oh, just a little bit. If you don't like it, that's okay. It's really this particular type of video is for me more than anyone, because, you know, I just like to share my my books that I wrote. But again, I'm only doing this final draft and the other final draft, which was not a dream. It's in my video. There's a whole playlist if you're interested. But yeah, so because I'm kind of getting tired of reading my final drafts, honestly, I've read and reread this thing so many times that it was wearing on me more than I thought. But, you know, I started it, so I'm going to finish it. And then there's also a way to get to it through Wattpad. And this is for sale on Amazon as well, so there will be in the description below where you can get it on Amazon. So, anyway, I think that's all I gotta say. I guess I should get to reading before you guys get too bored. Like I said, this is when the book starts getting good, I promise. At least in my opinion, but I guess I'm biased because, you know, my book. Anyway, chapter 18, The Survivors. What took you so long? Ray asked. He was standing guard, waiting for the pack horses to arrive. The horses didn't want to get close to some of the houses, so they fought us a little on the way here, Alex explained. Where's the patient? John asked, shouldering past Ray. Getting his job done was number one. Talking about it was second. You're okay with this? Yuri asked, very confused. She had heard it from the other two men, but she still couldn't believe how okay he was with giving their supplies away. It's Daisuke? I trust his judgment 100%, Ray said with a shrug. Ray then let the three of them pass, but kept watching from the position, not wanting to look at the scene in front of them. Daisuke and Roy were sitting beside a thin woman who had 3 kids with her. They were all pale with sunken faces, and they weren't moving all that much, too exhausted to stand. John was already at the woman's side and was looking her over. He was checking her pulse and pupils when she spoke up. Are you going to hurt us? She whimpered. She had no strength left to cry, but if she could, it sounded like she was about to. No, John said to her, feeling her stomach. We'll help you and your baby get better again. What? Yuri was surprised. She was so thin. Sit down over here, Alex murmured, pulling the girl over to him. Like, stop being such in the way. She was also surprised to see Roy with the children. He was sitting there distracting them with little flame tricks, and Murphy was on the other side rubbing the backs of the children, trying to warm them up. Joy was still holding Yuri's hand, scared of the skeletal people in front of them. Joey, John said, pulling his flute out of his jacket. I was going to say packet. I'll need your help on this one. I'm scared, Joey said to Yuri. Yuri grabbed his face in her hands. Just think, if you play your flute, they won't look so scary anymore, she said with a smile. Joey took a deep breath. Okay. He took out his flute and approached John. Just remember to concentrate and you'll be okay, John assured him, patting the boy on the shoulder. The two began to play a soothing, joyful tune that made the rest of the group feel relaxed while they listened. The 4 people started to look better almost instantly. Their clothing that lay loose began to expand as muscle and fat began to restore themselves. Their sunken cheeks began to fill out and look alive once again. The woman's baby bump formed and became more prominent. It was as if they were brought back to life. John and Joey were both too tired to even stand after they had finished the healing process, and the patients were all comfortably resting from the healing process. I said that too many times. This was when Ray turned back around to assess the situation. The place they were all standing in was well protected and big enough to set up camp. Roy and Daisuke, get some wood to set up camp. Murphy, search the buildings for a place for the wounded to rest. Yuri and Alex, I need the 2 of you to get dinner ready, Ray ordered everyone. He obviously was planning on standing guard over the patients and their friends. Murphy was found ransacking houses to find as many intact beds as he could to try and make resting more comfortable for all the people that were injured. Whenever there was a bed set up, Ray would help him put the people in the bed inside the hut he had chosen for the patients. Are we taking them with us? Yuri asked Alex as they started prepping for dinner. We can't just leave them here to starve again, Alex told her as he looked over at the 5 people being loaded into one hut. Fire is set, Roy said as he approached them. Me and Daisuke are going to make sure the horses are fed and watered. Okay, Just be careful, Alex said to him. Roy snorted. Between the two of us, we'll be fine. Yuri shook her head as she watched the two men walk away. I think he's a little too cocky, if you ask me, she said to Alex. Alex shrugged. He's right, though, he said, meeting Yuri's eyes. Why do you think he always puts the two of them together? A fire and water combo is almost virtually unstoppable. Well, I guess that's true, Yuri said thoughtfully. She stumbled backwards when her eyes met big blue ones. She then calmed down when she noticed it was one of the children who John and Joey had healed not too long ago. It was a cute little boy with big blue eyes and blonde hair. Hello, she said breathlessly, calming down from the sudden surprise. Hi, he said, looking down at the ground and kicking his foot. Yuri looked over at Alex, who winked at her. You know, I heard that my friends are taking the horses to get some water. Do you want to go help them? She asked him. Yes, I'm so big, I can do it, he said excitedly. Yuri looked up once more to see the other two children standing behind him, looking nervous. They were both girls, and looked like she was about 10, and the other looked as though she was 11 or 12. Would you two like to help him? She asked with a warm smile. The girls nodded eagerly and led the boy to where the horses would be to be given water. Hi, the woman was now awake as well. She shyly approached them with her hand in the air. Hello, Yuri said as Alex stood. He brushed past the woman, making her blush. Are you their sister? She couldn't help but notice they all had the same hair and eyes. Yes, I'm their older sister, the woman answered. She was just as shy as her siblings. That's really cool, Yuri said with a smile. Alex smiled back at her, meeting her eyes. He was starting to make a nice soup for the group, while Yuri started to prep ingredients to go in it. I'm traveling with my younger brother. He's the one that healed you and your siblings. The little one, not the big one. Really? That's amazing, the woman said, watching Alex as he came by again to grab some of the ingredients from Yuri. She couldn't help but notice the look in the woman's eye as she watched Alex. I'm Yuri, she said, picturing the woman and Alex together. She swallowed the bile in her mouth down and smiled at the woman. What's yours? Michelle. The woman watched Alex intently, studying every piece of him as he walked by. Alex, Yuri said, suddenly standing. I'm all done here. Can you take it from here? She asked him. Alex. Michelle breathed the name so only Yuri could hear her. I thought you wanted to help me make the soup. Alex was confused for a moment, but then looked at Yuri's face and then down at Michelle and shook his head. Go check on the kids. I'm sure Daisuke and Roy would have sent them back by now. Yuri nodded. Yeah, I could do that. She walked off, trying to calm her nerves down. She didn't understand why she felt the way she felt. She didn't like it very much, but it went away as she went closer and closer to the horses. Hopefully that feeling would go away. Who's little jealous? Later, after the horses were settled for the night and everyone was eating, Yuri went off by herself to sit and eat. She jumped when someone sat down in front of her. Alex, she said in surprise. He sat back and looked over at her with a knowing look in his eye. What? You got jealous. I love Alex in this version. Alex said with a smile on his face. What are you talking about? Yuri asked him, unamused. You saw another girl looking at me and got jealous, Alex said to her. You have no idea what you're talking about. Yuri's face was burning. She was grateful for the darkness once again, so Alex couldn't see her face entirely. Yuri, I know what jealousy looks like, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you were jealous of that girl looking at me, Alex assured her. Ugh! Yuri was flustered. She didn't want to admit that he might be right. Just leave me alone and stop making fun of me. Stop, Yuri, Alex said, grabbing her shoulders as she went to walk away. Let go of me, Yuri growled, trying to get out of his grip. Calm down. Alex was trying to reason with her after he had already gotten her all worked up. No, you just want to make fun of me, Yuri said. She felt something strange. Her eyes began to water. No, I want to tell you that it's okay, Alex said to her, getting her to turn around. She let out a sob without realizing it. I wasn't making fun of you. You're such a bully, Yuri cried. He pulled her close so she could cry with no issues from the other. She punched his chest while she quietly sobbed. I wasn't trying to make fun of you, Alex assured her, with a smile on his face. I was a little amused by the idea for sure, but I was also flattered. You were making fun of me, Yuri said, was a little angry again, but the urge to cry was finally dissipating. No, that's not it, Alex assured her. I mean, I've had women like me in the past, but I never respected any of them before. Yuri looked up at him. What is that supposed to mean, she asked him. Alex cleared his throat. Well, usually in this instance, I take advantage of the situation, he said to her honestly. Yuri pushed him off, disgusted. You're such a pig. She walked away without another word. Yuri, wait, Alex called after her, but he was too late. He crossed his arms over his chest and chuckled to himself as he watched her walk away in a huff. Hey, Yuri, what's wrong? Ray asked as he saw her stomping to go see John and Joey. Men are disgusting, she growled as she entered the hut. She didn't even look at him. What did you do? Ray asked Alex as the young man approached him. I told her the truth, Alex answered him without batting an eye. And that would be, Ray asked, still not understanding. I told her, when I notice that girls I don't respect get jealous of other women, I take advantage of the situation, Alex said with a shrug. That's all. You know nothing about women, Ray said to him. What? I told her the truth. Out of respect. What was I supposed to do? Alex asked, not thinking he did anything wrong. That's not winning a girl over, Ray said to him. I'm not trying to win her over, so I guess it's working then, Alex informed his leader. He walked off without another word. Ray shook his head at the young man and then noticed the pregnant woman was watching him. I wouldn't even think about it if I were you, he said, approaching the woman. She looked at him confused. What are you talking about? She asked timidly. Well, you see as much as he won't admit it to it. He has eyes set on Yuri, Ray informed her. That was a very weird sentence. I apologize for my sentence. That one. We all have bets for when they'll finally admit it to one another. Murphy joined in. I wasn't thinking of anything anyway, Michelle said, blushing. She was feeling self-conscious around all the men. Yeah, well, Yuri never thinks that way. Royce was there, too. He looked especially grumpy around the rest of them, which makes it more difficult for her to notice when people are interested in her. You two would never work, Daisuke said, punching Roy in the arm. Sorry to say it, brother, but he has a point. Ray added into the joke. Ray put his arm around Michelle's shoulder and led her back to the hut. Maybe it was Roy. I don't know. That was a weird... Come on, it's time for you and your siblings to rest. We'll talk more in the morning. Just give up on Alex for now. He would only use you and throw you away at this point anyway. And that is the end of chapter 18. Now we're on chapter 19, Why the Town is Empty. I forgot how much I love the new stuff that I added. But yeah, as I said at the beginning of the video, I'll say it now in case you have lasted for the whole video and maybe you've changed your mind that maybe you like it, or you know someone who would like it. You know, you can share it, you can subscribe, you can like it. That would be fabulous. If you didn't like it, please move on and don't give a thumbs down because that's just depressing. I don't know why I'm closing my eyes. But yes, this is published. If you would like to buy it, it is in the description below. If you don't want to, that's fine. I'm going to share this whole book. We're actually almost done reading the rough draft on this channel. So when the rough draft's over, I'll start a new rough draft. That's going to be a really bad rough draft, but it's going to be fun. For everyone, I hope. I'm not 100% decided how I'm doing it. I might do 2 rough drafts at once, or I might just do one single rough draft, but I like doing 2 things at a time, so I might do 2 different books at once, so that each week, every other week is going to be a different book. I don't know, we'll see, we'll find out. Sorry, I swallowed wrong on that last swallow. But anyway, yeah, so, please, leave a like, if you like it, yeah, that'd be great. Perfect, maybe, just a little bit. But yeah, anyway, hopefully I will see you guys next time. Bye!